somebody's up. I barely am. Actually, I'm sort of on a little holiday today for the next couple of days, so I'm not going to be broadcasting too much. Actually, because I forgot my phone. I, I'm 3 hours away from my phone. But interesting where I am because I'm at a place called Grantsville. That's right, like government Grantsville. My son lives in government Grantsville. Not government, but it's called Grantsville, Maryland. And so we're up visiting him and our granddaughter, about a year old, and she's fun to watch new life, just explode, out of who knows what. So I'm here, and it's the first day. Actually, last couple of days, I'm not. I just love working and feel it's important for me anyway. And I try to do this every day as much as possible. But I sort of, because I didn't have a phone, I was saying, well, how am I going to live without a phone? I'm making it happen. So that's what's important. And actually, with one of the books, because I didn't have a phone or whatever to pass the time, I'm reading a book. And I had a book that I was very curious about, or actually another, I guess, person who lives in our building gave me this book after she first met me. And it's called All About Love, New Visions. And it's very interesting. I mean, the older I get, the more I feel that that's something that I could grow at. And what I see, because now, and I'm sure you heard me say this before, that I can't get stronger, I can't get faster, I can't get smarter. All those things are going downhill at my age. But I can love harder. And what really shocked me is that that's what's happening to Let's Go Help. It seems that people, I don't know because of me, but I think we all have that gene in us to want to love people. Why do we, go goo-goo over a baby or a little puppy or something? It's opening your heart. Opening your heart, I find, the more I open my heart, or even say the word love, man, I just feel better. I don't know about you, but our society doesn't encourage that, particularly in men. That my generation, maybe the younger generation's getting more hip. I see my sons are that way, so they're 30, 40 years younger than me. And they seem to be more comfortable with that. But in my generation, boy, I thought I had to say love. I had to get married. And it's not true. And when you say the word, do that, it opens your heart and makes your life a lot better. So to me, what we're doing by not doing that is depriving ourselves of joy, depriving ourselves of, it's hurting ourselves. It's a self-inflicted wound. I remember that in raising my kids, and I really got pissed off at them, and I would say, Mom, I'm going to be mad at you. And then I realized after a while, man, all I'm doing is hurting myself. I can't love. It's, I'm cutting off my love for that little child, and that doesn't hurt him as much as it hurts me, who can reach out for assistance. Michelangelo, yes, we are here. There's a question corner that you could always ask questions there, and also join our workshops. Look at the tab on the left. We have workshops every day. We have 2 or 3 today. I think that over the weekend they're a little less. We usually have 3 or 4 workshops every day where you go online and you join them and ask people live. These are people who are members helping members. So they got the grants. They help you to figure out this thing. Because me, I've been studying this 50 years. And I think that their help is probably better than mine because they're more like you. They just started this stuff. and they could relate to you better than I can. So that's why they're there. I'm always there too. But for you to get on those workshops, because that's when you get the one-on-one help. And for only $20, I can't believe I'm doing this. And what happened by accident, it was when I started this, I was just looking a way to maybe pay my way in life by a subscription thing that helps people. But then that was always a limit, but there's only so many people I can help, right? But then when I see people helping people, wow, I mean, that just seems just like this is unstoppable now. See, to me, I think the government should be doing this, not me, but they're never going to do it. And I've been studying this 50 years. I've been waiting for them to do it, and they'll never get around to doing it. This last guy, whatever. Any suggestion for family advocates? Help with constitutional law. Our children are taken unfairly, and now we have to fight. Yes, what you want to do, Melvin, is find advocacy groups. There are advocacy groups for that. And I don't know offhand. What you can do is go to findhelp.org, okay? Go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code, and then put in legal help. And then go through the listing of all the free legal help, because there'll be like 100 or 200 organizations in your zip code that help with legal help. Okay, then in that listing of legal help, look for people or legal, and see, all these people will never charge you money. These are not normal lawyers that, if you have a phone, you have a lawyer. No, these are lawyers that are free. So you want to talk to free lawyers that help people like that. So find the free lawyers that help families, okay, or children. And they may not be advocates that would be helpful, but they are sources for you to find organizations that are advocates for children. They're the people you want to start talking to. And what to do, and how, learn from them how they're doing it. If you want to start your own or join them or something like that. I hope you understand that, Melvin, because what you want to do is very important. And it's all about finding people, finding the right people. It's not about going into Google. Please stay out of Google. Do only talk to nonprofit organizations and government offices who are not trying to sell you anything, because otherwise you go to Google, you're going to run, all you get there are people want to sell you something. That's capitalism. You're looking for people and help with the community part of our country, and that represents a third of everything in our country is community. That means people helping people. Let me tell you, this is a section of the book I want to share with you. All right, now the book, if I mean, this sounds like a chick book, but no, this is for everybody. But that's my showing my age. But there was a woman ran into maybe 30, 40 years ago, I don't know, a long time ago, called Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. Does anybody remember her? She's, I guess, a philosopher, or she had a very famous book about dying. What happens when you're dying. Okay, and it's something we're all going to happen. So it's interesting to get feedback on that. So I think she's. I mean, anybody that that's in the what do you call it, hospice industry, or anybody that help people with dying and all that kind of stuff, because she has those 7 steps, and they're important to know. You're helping somebody die or whatever, you want to know that. But here's a quote in this book about love that she has, and she writes this in her autobiography, so she's a very special lady. And here's her quotation. She says, she confesses, "I can assure you that the greatest rewards in your whole life will come from opening your heart to those in need." You hear that? I can assure you that the greatest rewards download that. That's part of the 500, where all the 500 mini grants are. And you could just search for 500 and you'll see that. Because item number 8 in there, oh, Tammy has it. Okay, for Georgia. Another thing in Georgia, go to Find Help. Go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code, and then put in home repair. Okay. What is your zip code there in Georgia? Okay. Thank you, Melvin. Georgia, who is that? Yeah. Jessica, what's your zip code? Okay. 30906. Do you guys hear the music in the background? I'm wondering if that's disturbing you. I'm in a coffee shop. This little town. This is the only coffee shop in the whole town, in Grantsville. Okay. Okay, it's 30906. Now, finding anything takes work, and you have to do it on your part by getting on the telephone, okay? If you don't do this, it's going to be really difficult for you to get help. So I'm putting in home repair. Okay, listen to this. Okay, home repair in whatever this town is in Georgia at 30906. Okay, in that place in Georgia, 30906, the zip code. Okay, here's what I get. Oh, Augusta. Oh, yeah. I played golf there. I had a friend of a friend who was able to play golf there, like because he did something with the tournament, and they let the people who helped with the tournament play one day a year or something like that. And I went down. It was great fun. Okay, so here, see that link I just put in there, okay? Where the hell is it? Okay, here it is, yeah, okay. 127 nonprofit organizations that help for home repair. Okay, now what you have to do is, don't think this is going to be easy. You may get lucky and it will be easy, but most likely it's not going to be easy. And you're going to have to dig into this to find it, like getting a job or anything else. If you don't put in the time, you're not going to make a dime. Wow, that's tacky. That's an old man joke, I guess. But make sure. Oh, it's for hurricane help. Well, there's a lot of stuff there. Okay, so they know about it. Also, because of its hurricane, you want to see if you're a FEMA. Go to FEMA.gov and see if your county is part of the hurricane, is a FEMA area. And then you call FEMA, and you can get up to $40,000 for home repair and living expenses and all kinds of things, waiting for them to call. Oh, me call you back? Okay, if FEMA doesn't work, but call these other places too, because you can get FEMA money and other money. So don't let time go by. You spend the time right now, because the bureaucrats take time. So that's why you use that time not to sit and hope, because there's no such thing as hope. There's only effort and perseverance. Hope is just lucky. That's lucky. So you can't count on hope. You have to count on you doing things. And you doing things, the best thing you can do is start calling people. And just sit down with a cup of coffee and your iPhone to play Candy Crush or whatever people play. Waiting for them to call. I mean, it's the bureaucrats, only so much help they could give at one time. But there are other places. You go to that list in findhelp.org and start calling as many people as you can. Because not only they will know about other programs, but they'll be able to tell you how to work with FEMA the best, because they do this all the time. They're always helping people with money to fix up their home. So please, Jessica, make sure that you don't miss opportunities just by waiting for someone to do something for you. You have to do this for you. And that means contacting as many people as you can to see what opportunities are available for you. The opportunities will not come to you. You have to find them. Because this, if it was capitalism, then the opportunities will find you. That's what Google does. Google is capitalism, and what they do is try to find money from you, okay? And they'll help you as long as you have money. Okay, now that's 2/3 of our economy is capitalism. But you want to use is the giving part of our economy, and that's the loving part of our economy. So that's 1/3. Capitalism is 2/3. Loving and giving is 1/3. People get money. Somebody pays people to love you and give you money. I mean, that's a strange idea, isn't it? But it's there. And this is what I'm trying to do for the rest of my life, is make sure people know it's there. And it's a big chunk of change. Next year, it's going to be $18,000 of grants to everybody. Every person will get at least that. Or not at least, it's an average. So they get an average of $18,000. Man, but remember, it's not going to come to you. You have to come to them. And that's why capitalism makes us lazy, because to get anything in capitalism, they're going to do all the work. The ones who get your money are going to do all the work for you. The ones that give you money, you have to do the work. So you have to start learning how to use that system, which is the system that gives out money, gives out help, gives out even love. I mean, this is why people do that kind of work, people in nonprofits, because they want to help people. Why? Because they believe in what Elizabeth Kubler-Ross says. Yeah, I can assure you that the greatest rewards in your whole life will come from opening your heart to those in need. The greatest blessings always come from helping. Wow. See, so just think if you had a job of giving out $10,000 to people who need it, and you could, you do it to 1 million people a year. Man, that's like that old television show on The Millionaire or something. This guy in a dark suit would bang on your door, and announce that you have $1 million. Yeah. And that's what these nonprofits and government offices do. They give away $1 million to people. Actually, it's a hell of a lot more than that. But you have to do the work. It's all about you. And if you don't do it, and that's why you can't. Just don't go to Google. You're just going to get frustrated. If you use Google, they're just going to, everyone you call is going to want your money or said you don't apply. And if you call the others, you said you don't apply. But look at what we just found. In one city, in Augusta, Georgia, there's 247 organizations that help people with home repair. 247 organizations that help people with home repair. So that's why you get a list. You pick the ones that you think are the most likely and start with them. Now, when they say no for some reason, I mean, they may not run out of money, or maybe you don't fit their category of help, who knows? But you're going to get a lot of no's. Okay, but that's okay, because then these people are very important to you, because they're able to tell you who may have it. Other people, they know people doing this work. There's 250 people, right? So they all run into each other at conferences or whatever, or from other people they help. Hey, I just got money over here, and things like that. So they're in that ecosystem of helping people with home repair. So you want to talk to people in the ecosystem of people who help people with home repair. And that's how you're going to get the help. It's out there, right? But it's not anybody, they don't have advertising money. See, capitalism has advertising money. Many businesses, like businesses I've had, we'd spend half our money advertising to get money. We spend half the money advertising to get money. I mean, that sounds stupid, doesn't it? But that's what capitalism is. Because you're not in business unless you have customers, so you have to find customers. So they spend a lot of money on that. And it's easier to figure out, to push your buttons to give money, because they could find out. It's all about testing. What works, what doesn't work. In marketing, when I first started marketing, it was direct mail. So we'd do a flyer, send it out in the mail, and have to wait 3-4 weeks to get the results if it worked or not. Now, you go on the internet and put a headline, and you know in seconds if that worked. That doesn't work. Try another one. You keep trying it until something works. Yeah, and that's what it is. It's trial and error. It's the same way with you getting money. You call one person, they don't have it. You call another person, they don't have it. It's out there. It's just that we're not trained to do that kind of work. And we want it easy because we're human. And I'm too. I'm a lazy fart too. I'd rather have it easy. And it ain't going to happen that way. So you have to roll up your sleeves and do that. Thank you, Jessica. And then see, once you get that, then you say, oh, wow, it really worked. And want to share it with other people. And that's what our navigators do. Like Tammy, she's here. Man, she got hundreds of thousands of dollars. She's just a super lady and knows the joy of giving and the selfishness. That's why, to me, giving is very selfish. And it's an important part of being a human being, and it's a nice feeling. So it's important that we all have that feeling, and that's why, to me, Let's Go Help is not only finding help for people, but having a place that people could find that good feeling of helping others. And so that's why I sort of see what we are is a community of people helping people apply to the grants they're eligible for or they deserve, okay? So that's what we're trying to do, is people helping people to apply for the grants they deserve. Ooh, gotta write that down as a headline, see? I keep testing headlines. I love sharing good information. Yeah, so now share this, find out what you get, you know, and come back and share it with us, Jessica. People help people. Well, any other questions? So, veteran fighting for a false cause. I stand with Russia. Veteran fighting for a false cause. He also created over 20 books on how people can use government grants and tips to freeload. Yeah, I mean, I don't see this freeloading. I mean, you do. I mean, this is law. I mean, are you a freeloader? That if you take it, if a millionaire gets money from the government through the tax system, they don't have to pay taxes, so they're getting money from the government. We don't call that a freeload, but it is. They're taking what in the Treasury is there to help us have a defense department or anything like that. So somebody else is going to have to pay more when they take a tax deduction for that. But if we give somebody a grant because they don't pay taxes and they have problems, then that's freeloading. I don't think so. I mean, it can't be the same way that many people who use the tax system, you know, are freeloading. They don't need the money. Why are they doing that? You know. So I don't know. I mean, that's just, you want to argue about that? I'm not here to do that. I just want to tell you what's real, what's there. You want to use it? Don't want to use it? If you want to change it, you got to do that through the your elected official. Okay. Sorry for calling you. Oh no, there's a lot of people don't like my books. You know, somebody on YouTube said, I'm calling you a freeloader. But no, I mean, it is, who's a freeloader? You're getting oil out of the ground that belongs to nature, and you're making money out of it. Is that a freeloader? That's just a resource. Some living in capitalism is figuring out a way to make money at. What's the link for the $20 program? Yeah, it's letsgohelp.com. Letsgohelp.com if you want to join us. Bro, what is the old you are? 81. I'm 81. I'll be 82 in May. Hello, Matthew. I was wondering if I had a business idea. Can I help with funding? Yes. Here's where you go. You don't need me. I'll charge you $20. You can get help, all the help you need with any business idea. You go to you go to Let's Go Help. No, not Let's Go. Shit. I see. So my 81 years old age is showing. What brand dementia is this? Yeah, we all get dementia. We just don't work. And I get slower running, so I get slower thinking. You want to call that dementia? What do you call it when you don't run as fast? Or you can't lift as many weights? I just call that fucking old. There's no cure for that. People think there are, but that's silly. Don't fall for this scam. Well, that's fine. You're welcome to call it anything you want. My stepmom was walking around the house in her panties, and only my dad is gone. What do you do? Okay, if you have a senior that you need help, you go to something called your local area office on aging. Okay, let me give you a phone number. Okay, here's the area office on aging. You go 800-677-1116. Okay, 800-677-1116. Call them up and look for your local helpinfo.org. No, it's findhelp.org. Okay, is the place. But here for area office on aging, you have a senior or you are a senior, find out what money programs and other programs are helping the senior. Now, if people want to say business help funding, yes. Okay, here's for the business, starting a business or anything. Somebody write this down because I can't type it on my phone. It's SBA.gov, okay? SBA.gov. SBA.gov / then local, LOCAL, then dash assistance. So SBA.gov / that's a local dash assistance, okay? And you put in your zip code. Now this, you're not going to contact the SBA. The SBA has this database that shows you nonprofit organizations where you live that help you with any kind of help you need in starting a business or growing a business. Do not go to Google. Do not collect $200 because you're going to pay $200. And use this website, sba.gov / local dash assistance. You use that. And that's what you do. And get free help. You make an appointment. It's all about talking to people. You don't just fill out an application on the internet and get money. No, you have to go and talk to people to find out exactly what is right for you. Okay, so it's talking to people. And anybody could do that. Rich, poor, anything. See, I used to use all these things for my millionaire clients. I'd go to these offices, get all this information and money sources and everything, and these millionaires are becoming billionaires. And the average person on the street has no idea and thinks they can't do anything because they go to Google and everything they need help with are going to charge you money. No, you don't have money. And if you don't have money, what about adventure capitalists? Yes. I mean, all that money stuff is there. I mean, the government just had a new venture capital business, money that they're giving out, billions of dollars. And you could get a $2 million loan at 0% interest. So you never have to pay it back. At least the first year, in 12 months, there's no interest. And so you can take that and do anything you want with it. Okay? Listen, I got to go. I have little family stuff here with a midget, a granddaughter who's a little over a year old. And so that's the reason I'm up here. And I came up here and forgot my phone. Now, how bad is that? But it's sort of neat because I try to see if I could live without it. And I am. I had my laptop, thank God. I get by. Man, you have to do something different. And that changes stuff in your brain. So you see that you don't really need shit you think you need, right? When it's gone. How's it going? Magneto. Let's go on the day. What do you wish people would remember for you? Oh, I don't. It doesn't occur to me at all. My heart grows every time I could help somebody, and I see that a phone number or a website I give somebody is helping them somehow, and eliminates some anxiety or trouble they have. I mean, that's the joy. After I'm here, I'm not here. I don't give a shit. I don't know anything about that. I don't want to waste any time that I'm here. At 81, I figure I have 10, 12 more years, and that's to give as much as possible before I die. And I see that people in Let's Go Help are doing that too. Other members see the joy there is in giving. And if you give to somebody else, you feel so goddamn good. Unless it's some asshole. But get out there and give. That's what Thanksgiving is, right? But just don't pretend and say it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Talk to you soon.